Yo peeps, so where have I been the past few weeks? Of course I've got a life outside of content creation. I mean, I wish content creation was fully my life, but I do a lot of things. I want to share a part of my life with you. Over the summer, I met up with some online friends and I was a volunteer at a festival in the city that I grew up in. Now the volunteering thing isn't that special. I mean, it's still special, but it's not that new anymore. I've been doing it for 7 years now. I've just never shown you guys it. I've only vaguely alluded to it. So this year I've gathered some clips together and I've vlogged some parts of it so I can show you guys what I do. So let's begin.
I'm hollow. Used to complicate, now I'm alright, I'm fine.
Let's start months ago. My wonderful friend Goober flew in from America to the Netherlands and I asked him to film me bringing flyers around together with some other volunteers.
You don't need to wear your makeup. Something just my voice is fine.
See, at the festival itself, I am mostly the video editor, but I also try to do more stuff next to that, like bringing flyers around and just whatever I can to help the festival, of course. And look at these beautiful clips. Now let's all say thank you, Goober, for helping film Chol. That's like a Dora moment where we all say thank you, Goober. As you can see, we are all wearing this red shirt, which is the outfit of all volunteers of the event. We tend to call each other the Red Family, which is even more true for my family, because my parents met each other as volunteers for this event. So without this festival, I would not exist. Now that's weird to think about. Even though I am usually the video editor, I'm sometimes also the camera guy, when our usual camera guy isn't available. This is Bart, our usual camera guy. And this wonderful shot was shot by my brother, as we were filming some volunteers setting up our mascot. Our mascot is called Woerdy, and a woerd is a male duck in Dutch. So in English that would be Drake. So that would make the name of our mascot in English be Drakey. Seeing as it's on topic now, and because Drakey's birthday was during the event, I want to take this time to shout out the fact that Drakey released a goddamn book. It's called Drake Fannings and the Battle for the Mythical World, and you should check it out. Come on, there's an Amazon link in the description, and I know Drakey so well, and I know he puts his heart and soul into it. I know the passion that goes into it. If you like to read books, I recommend you give it a try. And if you don't like it, just let me or him know why you didn't like it, you know? Of course, he's open to criticism. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Before the event truly started, I felt like I needed a haircut, so bam! That's sorted out, I suppose. I hope you like it. I mean, of course, it already grew as I'm recording this right now, but don't worry about it. Like I said, I've been doing this for 7 years, so every year I'm staying at my parents' house again, seeing as I've moved out. But it's always amazing to be back at the place where I grew up and filmed so many older videos, of course.
You're just so simple and so. You're just so simple and so.
And so it begun. 11 days of various activities and helping out wherever I can. Mostly a lot of video editing. I would include clips that I edited, but seeing as they're all in Dutch, they might not be that interesting to you. There's a lot of fun things that happened at the event, but before we tackle that, I want to take a little detour to a Dutch convention called Abunai.
You're just so simple and so. You're just so simple and so.
Abunai happened to coincide with one of the first days of the festival, but I still wanted to go to Abunai because I knew that Nathaniel EMZ, Tilly Superdog and Wholesome Melody were coming, and I had to meet them in real life after only having met them online. I had never been to Abunai before, but the best way that I can describe it is as if the backrooms had cosplayers and random activities around every corner. And yes, of course I went as the Flash.
So painful.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Sorry, you might be good at games, but you got no game in the
You rather have
that's
games. No games.
no games.
Unlimited games.
Unlimited games.
I also played some Dance Dance Revolution for the first time in my life together with Tilly, and I feel like the DDR pros watching were heavily judging us, but who cares, it was fun. And eventually I had to say goodbye because I had to get back to the event. It was really unfortunate that Abunai happened to be during the event, and I really hope that next Abunai I can just fully be there to get the entire convention experience. Now, in the videos we make for the event, we have a recurring segment where we highlight a volunteer, because without our volunteers, the event wouldn't exist. But what I didn't know, that I was secretly chosen as volunteer of the day. in one of the videos. They actually completely surprised me. Sadly, right as I was eating an orange, so my mouth was completely full. I couldn't really give a speech or anything, but I was just honored, you know? I guess that's what I would say. I guess this will be my speech if I were to get the confetti thrown upon me right now again. I am honored, and thank you for giving me this spot, this placement, to remember me truly. I'm honored to just even be considered and to have been in the video instead of only being behind it, of course. One of the most fun things that I can show you, because we have amazing footage, is the water course. Each year, every new volunteer needs to take the water course. And even though I'm not a new volunteer this year, I still wanted to do it because I partially just took someone else's place who wasn't there that day, but also I thought it would be really fun, so I just did it. And it look at this, it creates amazing footage. It was so much fun.
You don't need no big production. It's something just my voice is fine. You don't need to wear your makeup. No need to mess with God's design. You're just so simple and so. You're just so simple and so.
Now, pretty much everyone working there is a volunteer, and we all do it for the people living in our hometown and just for the people coming to the event. So on the very last day, we all get to go on stage in our red shirt, and it's become this tradition for me to first look at the crowd in front of me and then look up at the moon, to just get the sense of like, yep, this is where I am. Look at this. We've made it. We've survived a full week of hard work and doing whatever we can to create such a beautiful thing for people. Thank you to Ushi for partially filming that from the crowd's perspective for me. And after we've been on stage on the very last day, that's when the fireworks start. Now, this year we had a laser show and fireworks, and it was just such an amazing experience. I helped by editing the video that was shown during the fireworks show, but also the visuals that were on screen during the music and stuff.
And if things get complicated, don't worry, we gon' take it slow. And if things get complicated, don't worry, we gon' take it slow. Yo, I say yeah, I say yeah, I say whoa, I say whoa.
So yeah, I think that is about my recap of this year. There are so many more things that I wish I could tell you or show you, but I guess I'll keep them to future videos or streams or to my next year when I'll be a volunteer of the event again, who knows. But for now, thank you for watching this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, over on the screen right now there are videos in a similar vein that you might enjoy. But thank you for watching this one, and I hope to see you in my next one. Goodbye for now, of course.
Slow down, slow